Cleopatra is one of the most famous women in history. She's often remembered as a beautiful seductress who used romance to gain power. But the real Cleopatra was far more intelligent, strategic, and surprising than most people realize. Here are 5 historical facts you probably didn't know about Cleopatra. Cleopatra was not Egyptian by birth. She belonged to the Ptolemaic dynasty, a Greek royal family that ruled Egypt after the death of Alexander the Great. In fact, Cleopatra was Greek Macedonian, and her family ruled Egypt for nearly 300 years. What made Cleopatra different, however, was that she actually learned to speak Egyptian, something most rulers before her never bothered to do. She was one of the most educated rulers of the ancient world. She spoke at least 7 languages, including Greek, Egyptian, Latin, and Hebrew. She studied mathematics, astronomy, philosophy, and medicine. Cleopatra didn't rely on beauty alone. She impressed allies and enemies with intelligence, confidence, and sharp political thinking. This made her incredibly dangerous in a world dominated by men. Cleopatra wasn't just a queen. She was a strategist. She formed alliances with Julius Caesar and later Mark Antony, not out of romance, but survival. Egypt was under constant threat from Rome, and Cleopatra knew alliances were her best weapon. For over 20 years, she kept Egypt independent, something very few leaders managed to do against Rome. That alone makes her one of the most successful rulers of her time. Cleopatra had direct control over Egypt's massive grain supply. Egypt was Rome's main food source, and Cleopatra knew this gave her power. She reformed Egypt's economy, stabilized currency, and managed food distribution during famine. This economic control made her not just a queen, but a key player in Mediterranean politics. Rome feared her influence far more than her beauty. The famous story says Cleopatra died by letting a snake bite her. But historians today doubt this version. A cobra bite is unpredictable and extremely painful, not the peaceful death often described. Many historians believe Cleopatra used poison, which was faster and more reliable. The snake story may have been Roman propaganda meant to make her death more dramatic. Cleopatra was not just a beautiful queen, she was a multilingual scholar, a political mastermind, and one of the most powerful women in history. Her real story is far more impressive than the myths. Follow for more quick and surprising history facts.